Have you ever wondered what exactly is creativity? Or maybe you thought, why does creativity even matter in everyday life? Hi, I'm Brian Castlefort and welcome to Mindful Creative Life. Creativity isn't just about making art. It's actually how we approach every single aspect of life. It's how we solve problems, spot opportunities, and turn obstacles into possibilities. And here's what I'm learning. We're all born with the ability to think creatively, even if we don't always feel it. In this video, I'm excited to explore creativity with you, share some ideas on unlocking it, and together see how we can start using creativity to shape our lives in ways we might not have thought possible. Let's dive in. By the end of this video, we'll have some simple but powerful tips to boost creativity, plus a fun exercise to get the ideas flowing. And the best part, this is all stuff we can try out together. So let's jump in and see what creativity can do for us, whether it's at work, in relationships, or just our everyday routines. So what is creativity? For me, it's less about making art and more about approaching things from a different perspective. Thinking in ways that are new, connecting ideas that don't usually go together, and finding ways around challenges. It's something we all have inside us, even if we don't always see it. And it pops up in the little ways we handle life every day. I'm learning that the more we tap into it, the more possibilities start opening up. Now, why does everyone have creativity? That's something I've been asking myself a lot, and what I've found is that creativity isn't something you're born with or without. It's a natural part of being human. We use it every time we adapt, survive, and grow. So it's not just for artists or inventors, it's for all of us. And like any skill, it's something we can develop, explore, and sharpen over time. The best part, we can grow this skill together and see where it takes us. Here's where things get fun. I'm finding that creative thinking has a way of helping us break out of old patterns and see things in a totally new light. It's how we get unstuck. Take any invention or great idea, it came from someone deciding to think differently. So let's say you're stuck at work, facing a challenge you've never dealt with before. If we approach it with a creative mindset, we start looking at it from all kinds of new angles. What's another way to tackle this? Could a solution come from somewhere unexpected? Suddenly, that challenge starts to look like an opportunity for innovation. And here's a trick that artists use that I've found works pretty much anywhere. When they get stuck, they'll flip their work upside down to see it from a fresh angle. You can do that with any problem too. Change the way you're looking at it and you'll often spot something you missed. So let's talk about unlocking our creative potential. I'm learning that you don't have to wait around for inspiration. Creativity is something we can develop together through practice and small changes. Here are some things I've found helpful, and I'd love to hear what works for you too. Set a daily intention. I like to start the day with a simple thought like, today I'll be open to new ideas. It's amazing how it helps direct my focus. Break your routine. Doing something different, working in a new spot, rearranging things, or even taking a different route can force our brains to think in fresh, creative ways. Ask what if. This one's fun. Get into the habit of asking what if about anything and everything. What if we combine two ideas? What if we try the opposite? These what ifs have led to some of my most unexpected insights. Take breaks and daydream. Honestly, some of the best ideas come from when we're just letting our minds wander. Sometimes stepping away from a problem gives us a new perspective when we come back. Mindful reflection. At the end of the day, I try to reflect on what I created, whether it was an idea, a solution, or a good interaction. This practice keeps me tuned into my creative process. If you're enjoying this so far, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on more tips about mindfulness, creativity, and creating your own reality. All right, let's try something together. Think of a challenge you're dealing with right now, whether it's big or small. Okay, got it? Okay, now, take a moment to ask yourself, what if? What if you looked at it from a totally different angle? What if there's a solution you haven't even thought of? Jot down the first ideas that come to mind, no matter how random they seem. Then try stepping away from it for a bit. Let your mind wander and come back later. You might find a whole new perspective on the challenge. I'll share an example from my own life. Recently, I've been dealing with some health complications that are forcing me to make big changes, like cutting out most sugar and processed foods and adding more exercise to my routine. At first, I thought it would be really tough, but instead I decided to look at it differently, as a great excuse and a motivator to finally focus on my health and fitness. What's been amazing is that by changing my perspective, I've actually started to find joy in the process. I'm discovering how good it feels to eat fresh, delicious food that I know is nourishing me. It's a new kind of excitement because I'm realizing I don't need the dopamine rush from junk food anymore. I'm genuinely looking forward to each meal, knowing it's making me feel better both while I eat and afterward. So, whatever challenge you're facing, try flipping it around. You might find a new way to see it that makes the journey easier or even a source of excitement and motivation. Here's something I'm keeping in mind as I go. Creativity isn't just about huge, world-changing ideas. It's also in the everyday moments, the small shifts in perspective, the new ways of solving problems, and just experimenting with life. So let's keep inviting creativity into our lives, explore it together, and see where it takes us. If you're feeling inspired to explore creativity with me, hit subscribe so we can keep learning and growing together. And I'd love to know what's one problem or challenge you're going to tackle with fresh creative thinking. Share it in the comments and let's see what possibilities we can create as a community. If you like this video and you want to learn more about mindfulness and creating your life, check out my other videos right here.